Most men focus on performance during intimacy, but the truth is, your performance is already decided 5 minutes before it begins. Here's why. When you're young, your veins open instantly. Blood rushes where it's needed, strong, fast, and full. But after 50, those same veins start to stiffen. The inner walls lose their flexibility. Blood that once surged now trickles, slowly. It's not that your testosterone vanished. It's that your highways of blood have narrowed, and your power can't travel through them anymore. Doctors call it vascular sluggishness, but you've felt it. The heavy legs, the cold hands, the slower response when it matters most. It's not your fault, it's circulation. And the good news? You can reverse it, fast. Because before intimacy, your body doesn't need a pill. It needs a signal that tells your veins to open, your heart to pump deeper, and your blood to flood every corner of your body. When you trigger that signal correctly, blood flow can rise by over 200% in minutes. Today, I'll show you how. A simple 4-step sequence designed to open your veins before intimacy, ignite oxygen flow, and restore that natural surge you thought was gone. Forget the blue pill. Open your veins instead. Let's begin. Exercise 1, the calf pump. If you want to open your veins, you have to start from the ground up, literally. Because blood flow isn't born in your chest or your core, it starts in your calves. Doctors call them the second heart of your body. Every step you take, every squeeze of your calves pushes blood upward through a network of one-way valves that carry it back to your heart. But when you sit too long, when you stop moving, those valves weaken. Blood begins to pool in your legs, starving your upper body and your performance of oxygen. That's why the calf pump is your first step to opening your veins. How to do it? Stand tall with your feet hip-width apart. Place one hand on a wall or chair for balance. Now, rise slowly onto the balls of your feet. Feel your calves tighten, and hold for 2 seconds. Then lower down gently until your heels touch the floor. That's 1 rep. Do 25 smooth repetitions. Breathe in as you lift. Breathe out as you lower. You'll start to feel warmth spreading through your legs, a gentle pulse behind your knees. That's not fatigue. That's blood moving. Your venous pump is coming back online. Each lift squeezes blood upward, opens the deep veins of your legs, and sends a wave of oxygen-rich circulation toward your heart and pelvis. Within 60 seconds, your veins expand, your heart rate stabilizes, and your body enters what scientists call vascular readiness, the perfect state for intimacy. When you finish, shake out your legs lightly. You might feel light, grounded, even energized. That's your body remembering how it used to flow. Exercise 2, the hip circulation swing. Now that your legs are awake, it's time to move the blood upward, toward your hips, the body's control center for performance. Most men don't realize this. The arteries and veins that feed your lower body all cross right through your pelvis. They're like traffic lanes converging at a single intersection. If that intersection gets tight, from sitting, tension, or age, blood flow slows down before it ever reaches the core. That's why even a strong heart can't help you if your hips are locked. The hip circulation swing releases that traffic jam. How to do it? Stand tall, feet wider than your shoulders. Bend your knees slightly, keep your back straight, and let your arms hang loose. Now begin to draw slow, controlled circles with your hips. 10 in one direction, 10 in the other. Breathe in as your hips move forward. Breathe out as they roll back. Keep the movement smooth, like warm water swirling in a bowl. At first, it feels simple, but within seconds, you'll notice heat building deep in your pelvis, not from effort, but from flow. Each circular motion massages the arteries around your groin and abdomen, opening the iliac and femoral veins that feed the reproductive organs. This rhythmic motion is ancient. used in martial arts and Taoist training to unblock sexual energy by freeing blood from stagnation. After 1 minute, stop. Stand still. You might feel a subtle pulse between your legs, a warmth behind your lower abdomen. That's not imagination. That's circulation reawakening. Do this for 2 minutes daily, especially before intimacy. It doesn't just loosen your hips, it reprograms your blood to move with you, not against you. Your hips are the bridge between strength and sensitivity. When they open, every part of you follows. Exercise 3, the reverse lunge pulse. If the previous move unlocked your hips, this one drives blood through them like a piston. It's called the reverse lunge pulse, a movement that builds power, stability, and deep circulation all at once. And it's one of the fastest ways to flood oxygen-rich blood toward the pelvis and lower core. How to do it? Stand tall, chest open, shoulders relaxed. Step your right leg backward, keeping your torso upright. Lower your back knee until it almost touches the ground, then stop. Now, instead of standing back up, pulse up and down 1 to 2 inches. Short, controlled, rhythmic movements, 10 to 15 times per side. Then, switch legs. Breathe in as you lower, breathe out as you pulse upward. Keep your front knee directly above your ankle. Stay balanced, smooth, steady, alive. Within seconds, your thighs and hips will begin to burn. That's the signal. Blood is rushing into the femoral artery, the main channel that feeds your lower body. Each pulse compresses and releases that artery, sending waves of pressure upward, just like a heart inside your legs. Scientists call this vascular mechanical pumping. It improves venous return, boosts nitric oxide production, and reconditions your vessels to dilate on demand, the exact mechanism behind natural erections. You're literally retraining your circulatory system to respond faster, stronger, and longer. After both sides, stand still for 10 seconds. Feel your heartbeat in your thighs. That's circulation. Not forced, but alive. The more you repeat this, the more your body learns that blood flow isn't something that happens to you. It's something you can command. Strength isn't just in the muscle. It's in how fast your blood answers when you call for it. Exercise 4, the deep core breath. You've powered the blood through your legs, you've opened your hips. Now it's time to guide that flow, to bring control back to your core, because blood flow without control is just chaos. But when you can direct it, with breath, it becomes energy. This is the deep core breath, EAPS. It looks simple, but it's one of the most powerful vascular activations in the body. How to do it? Sit upright on the edge of your bed or chair. Rest one hand over your lower belly, the other over your chest. Close your eyes. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds. Feel your belly rise beneath your hand. Hold your breath for 2 seconds, then exhale softly through your mouth for 6 seconds, letting your abdomen gently collapse. Repeat this 10 times. Here's what's happening inside. Each deep inhale pushes your diaphragm downward, pressing on your abdominal veins. That gentle pressure squeezes blood upward toward your heart, while drawing fresh oxygen-rich blood back into your pelvis as you exhale. It's a natural, vascular massage that expands capillaries, improves nitric oxide release, and signals your nervous system that you're safe. Safe to relax, safe to perform, safe to let the body flow again. In medical terms, this breath stimulates the parasympathetic system, lowering cortisol and allowing the arteries in your lower body to dilate fully. It's the exact opposite of fight or flight, and that's why it works so powerfully before intimacy. When you finish, sit still for a moment. You might feel warmth blooming through your abdomen, a steady pulse below the navel. That's not imagination. That's your veins opening. When breath meets blood, the body remembers how to trust itself again. When you finish this 4-step sequence, something subtle but powerful happens inside you. Your veins are open. Your blood is warm. Your body is awake. Not because of a pill, not because of adrenaline, but because circulation has returned to its natural rhythm. The calf pump pulls the blood upward. The hip circulation swing releases the block around your pelvis. The reverse lunge pulse drives oxygen deep into your core, and the deep core breath anchors it all, calming your nerves, sharpening your signal. Together, they rebuild the lost bridge between your heart and your performance. This is what doctors call endothelial activation, when the lining of your blood vessels comes alive again, opening to receive flow like they did decades ago. That's not magic. That's biology restored. You don't have to chase energy. You don't have to fake desire. When your veins open, your body takes care of the rest. Stronger circulation, deeper connection, real vitality. Because true performance isn't built in the moment of intimacy, it's built in the minutes before it. Open your veins and let nature do what it's always wanted to do.